lock low. Okay, 3, 2, 1, action.
You know, the launch of IWC Pilots watches is all about vintage aviation. And we considered how we can transport this feeling, this spirit of these airplanes of the old days, the best to a broader audience. And we're very much sure that film is the best instrument.
It's basically a daydream, I would say. Two civil airline pilots have this daydream. And it's all about kind of old machinery, who is more fascinating maybe than the new machinery. And it's a kind of friendly fight between these hotel concierge who sells the watches and the pilots who buy the watches.
There are no real pilots anymore. Just people in nifty uniforms who operate computers, who've never touched an engine, who've never heard the sound of a Spitfire.
There was a rumor that Mr. Malkovich could possibly eventually join the project, and we never really believed in that. We didn't dare to dream that he would do it. I was kind of ready. I had always in mind that he would play the hotel concierge.
You know, John is a friend to the brand for years now. He likes our watches. We like very much his work, you know. He's, for me, one of the best actors worldwide. And we're very happy to have this, well, some kind of friendship to him.
Ready, and action.
I'm Christopher Cass. I am playing the character of Sean, who is the older pilot.
My name is Daniel, and I'm playing the character of James. And James is sort of Sean's protege.
When I first saw Christopher and Daniel on the set in LA, and when they first were in their pilot uniforms, it immediately felt right. For them it was really hard. A person to act to, they just had a kind of spot on the wall where the beautiful woman would be, and we kind of did this over and over and over again. We looked at tons of casting tapes. We invited like 40 actresses, and it was immediately clear that Maria was the one when we saw her on the tape, because she had the grace, she had the beauty.
She's very confident, she likes to seduce, she loves to play, she's a flirt, she's very sophisticated, she's very successful in what she does, and she's somewhat almost not real.
Okay, boys, I'll give you something to fight for.
Well, Christian Vidmar called me and told me that he had this project coming up with IWC. It was involving a new watch, or a watch that was aviation oriented, that they were going to release. And they were going to do this movie about Spitfires and kind of a very romantic type of thing with the World War II vintage aircraft, and would I be interested? And of course I said yes. And once they hooked up with the director Thomas, then we started discussing exactly what his needs were based on what I've done in the past with movies like Pearl Harbor and things like that that would involve World War II aircraft. Yeah, at some point, we can...
For this shoot, we're using two very special planes here. One is a Mark 14 Spitfire and the other one's a Mark 9 Spitfire. They both have really good engines and are very powerful. The control feel of the Spitfires are very smooth. The airplane's very maneuverable. Good visibility, like flying if you could visualize how you feel when you're driving a little Porsche or you're driving a little Ferrari or something. That's a feeling you get flying these airplanes. It's very exciting and very powerful, and they're fun to fly aggressively.
The challenges are things that we've encountered on a number of different movies, is how to film from another aircraft to film the aircraft that are going to fly around us. And I found from past experience that the B-25 bomber, which allows me to put cameras in the tail and the nose, I can get most of the shots that I need. We've also used gyrostabilized cameras on the tail of the B-25, so I use this new Cineflex camera that's gyrostabilized. Then from there I knew that with using the Cineflex again on a helicopter, that I could get the type of stuff that's a lot more dynamic, because the helicopter can stay stationary in the sky while the Spitfires fly around us and do their dogfights and turns and things like that.
Is Mark 9 wrapped, David? Yeah, let's send Steve back. Okay, Steve, you can go back. Airport straight ahead, 5 miles. Have Johnny back up, about half a mile down, about 100 feet lower than we are, so he's got some acceleration. He's screaming up faster than the throttle. Okay, Johnny, back up about a half a mile, 4 o'clock low, and then
Not bad. Well, I don't know how you did that.
Got 2 of those legs.
It was very easy to be dedicated to this project because it features one of the best camera guys in the world, Mr. John Malkovich, etc.
Condor guys, they did really a great job to link top star actors like Malkovich with the best aerial photographers like David Novell, with a young talented director. Really, they did a great job.
IWC has the goal to achieve the very best within what can be achieved, and it's the same with Condor. We want to do the very best. So actually it didn't feel like working with a client, it felt like working with friends trying to achieve the very best.